Actually, when I was thinking of a topic for a video, I wanted to look up reflection because I recalled a few instances in my life when people really encouraged to reflect on how the day went, what went good, what went bad, what could be better. I learned this in a spiritual lesson a few different times, in like a Sunday school lesson from one of the teachers talking about it's a wise practice to reflect on how the day went. Then I visited a monastery and the monk there mentioned something similarly, maybe 10-15 minutes at the end of the day to reflect on how the day went. And so I wanted to see if there was any psychological or mental health benefits through this process of reflection. And I was interested to find that there are, unsurprisingly, areas of the brain that do light up when people engage in reflection. For example, when people ask themselves questions such as if they are a good friend or if they're quick to anger. There are certain regions of the brain, primarily in the cortex region, that seems to be more activated when someone goes in the process of asking these questions. And then some other articles showed that students who reflect regularly on how and what they learned during the day did better in their academic performance. And then my little research took a turn when I found that reflection does not necessarily mean more satisfied or happy with life. They found actually that insight equals more satisfied and happy with life. And so insight, we know in psychiatric terms, is sort of like this understanding and awareness of oneself, of what's going on, the pros and cons of things. It seems like it's deeper than reflection. Like reflection can be a process of developing insight, but insight is like a much more broader scope and can encompass a lot more things and help someone much more psychologically. Reflection only helps a little bit, whereas insight or understanding or awareness can help much greater. And so then I searched other articles about what helps to be happy and have a satisfied life. And unsurprisingly, exercise and daily nutrition, being healthy, is number 2. So that we know this in mental health, that people who eat healthy, people who exercise more, they typically have less likely to have anxiety, depression, better moods, can manage stress better. And there's also physiological changes that can equivalent to this, like changes in the metabolism and the inflammatory response of the body that can also play a role in how one thinks and feels. So the first one was insight, the second one was being healthy, and third is environment. And by environment, what the studies found was typically being in a scenic nature environment helps someone to be more satisfied with life and be happier. I've come across some online psychological courses, and I'll put a link down below about a psychological course that's helped with resilience and managing stress. And they also mention in this course that being in a sense of nature, being awed by the environment or the scenery can really help one to kind of calm, have a sense of gratitude, etc. It's also what King David in the book of Psalms, he seems to frequently contemplate about nature, about the environment, about sceneries, and also helps him to show his appreciation for God and life in general. So those are the 3 things that I've found that help with happiness and life satisfaction. If you guys think of any others, please be sure to let me know, post in the comments, and subscribe to the channel for more videos.